Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Connection with the Weekly Comic Book Roundup. We've got a decently sized Marvel haul this week, and we've already started on part of it. So let's keep on trucking. Kicking things off, we've got the Amazing Spider-Man number 64. Where we left off, Spider-Man's has become the chosen has been chosen to represent Earth in a contest against the Silence of Satorak, and he's been working on. And so he's managed to take down 3 of the Scions, including managing to utilize some kind of some time travel things. So the issue opens with Peter and Doctor Strange, well, just Doctor Strange, astral form, talking, and Peter doesn't really like the fact that even when he wins the matches, he still dies, and he's trying to figure out how not to do that. But Doctor Strange tells him that. Honestly, he kind of looks at it as the suffering that will occur with the entire planet will be put through is so much greater than the suffering that what he has to go through with dying each time, that he doesn't he didn't really think about the himself dying. But Peter's doing a gallery exhibit of his photography, and he's he's trying to be on his toes about the arrival of Scions, and he kind of he'll kind of see imagine that someone is a Scion, but they aren't. Meanwhile, the current Scions have been observing, kind of basically it seems like to strategize, but Peter has been trying to do focus on someone in his life that usually doesn't gets pushed aside by being Spider-Man. But so at first, Peter actually challenges one of the Scions. Said Scion ends up unleashing two hounds to wreak havoc in the city, and he manages to send them where they came from, and current Scion is basically surprised anytime that Peter lands a hit, but his his twin sister basically says, you should, you know, you that basically current Scion should yield, and well, it's her turn. And apparently the issue closes with her saying that her whole thing is the inevitability of death. Interesting. But yeah, Peter actually did defeat one of the Scions without dying, so that's a win. That's a definite win in his book. Moving on, though, to our next book, we've got Spider-Boy number 14. Where we left off, Spider-Boy and Daredevil were in Madripoor. And had managed to get into the fighting tournament at the Dragon's Challenge. And so, however, they managed to get into the fight by basically stealing one of the golden fangs from competitors Enormo and Hulkette. Enormo and Hulkette are Enormo basically calls it out and tries to start a fight, and also trying to start a fight, but yeah, with the gaping maw, the leaders of the gaping maw prohibit fighting on of those in the tournament that are unsanctioned fighting. So, but Enormo is escorted out, and Hulkette, his partner, ends up basically getting okay, well, you can should the when if and when the competitors that took your spot wash out, you get a you can deal with them. You get to deal with them. So, but first, Spider-Boy and Daredevil fight. End up fighting against El Gigante and La Mota. And Spider-Man ends up fighting La Mota and taking him out by biting with venom thing, and La Mota ends up yielding, or no. And El Gigante ends up yielding. Then Bullseye and Spider-Girl end up taking on the Perfect Golden Duo. And Bullseye and Spider-Girl win. Then they get there's a meal break. Daredevil makes a point of giving Spider-Boy some basic lunch money. And him and Spider-Girl end up talking. And it kind of seems like they are becoming friends. Um, Largely, she's been stuck in. She's had members of his stuck out of people's minds, and apparently she used to go by the moniker Funhouse. She's kind of a funhouse mirror of others' abilities, but basically Spider Boy got into her mind, and yeah. But it kind of seems like they're becoming friends. And in fact, the next round, Spider Girl wishes Spider Boy luck. Bullseye's it's like, what are you doing? But apparently, it's she's trying to get into his head, in order to obviously destroy him. And that is where the issue ends. It's good. The story's you know getting good. It's entertaining, and But moving on to our last moment, we've got Kidpool and Spider Boy. This is a one shot, so yeah. But Kidpool ends up on 616. Tries to get work as a merc, but everyone is pretty much just like, yeah, kill her. Also, Jogger runs into a monster in Central Park, but eventually, Kidpool ends up getting a gig with a mercenary assassin gig with the Owl, and she's assigned to kill Spider-Man. However, Spider-Boy ends up getting in the way of this, and it seems that Kidpool is smitten with Spider-Boy, but also there's various interludes with a young girl named Jillian Jensen, who has something of an obsession with dinosaurs. And these interludes are basically covered throughout the years. Um, Spider-Boy asked for advice on what to do with about Kidpool from Spider-Man, but Spider-Man's kind of just like, run. Just run. Leave town. Pack a bag. Um, when Kidpool attacks Spider-Man again, basically she ends up asking for information from on Spider-Boy from Spider-Man. He doesn't really give too much away, but the cloaked AIM vessel above the city, seemingly commanded by a dinosaur person. Um, Spider-Boy also asks Deadpool for advice on what to do about Kidpool, and well, there's not really any advice given. though the two do team up. Eventually, though, Kidpool and Spider-Boy run into Stegron, who's apparently the object of Jensen's affections. And Jensen, who has mutated herself into a human dinosaur hybrid, creates basic robot. She has created robot dinos, small robot dinos, and Kidpool gets to use lethal force as much as he wants there because robots. But Kidpool and Spider-Boy end up teaming up to take down AIM, but apparently Stegron has realized that Jensen is most definitely his true love, and however, Kidpool's affection for Spider-Boy has largely worn off. But as the issue ends, Kidpool puts it, my true unkillable love for Spider-Boy was real, if only for a few hours. So the Nerf darts are forever. And that is where the issue ends. Anyways, fun issue. I imagine that we'll be likely seeing Kidpool again. This version of Kidpool again. It's not the kid Deadpool that was in Deadpool Corps. That's Wadey Wilson, basically a young a kid variant of Deadpool, like just straight up. But anyways, that's gonna do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.